Hi, Sag. It's Mary Ellen here for your full moon eclipse energy messages from my guides. They wanted me to do specifically, I didn't intend to do it, but they asked me to put a message for, they just said put down a message for every astrological sign to help you understand more intimately the change that has been intended and has come over you as a result of the cosmology. That's what they're talking about. So if you're new, welcome, and certainly welcome back to all the people. My guy just said to all the people who love me, and thanks, my gratitude for all the love and support and energy that comes in my direction. It always astounds me, and I feel humbled. So thank you. So before I forget, a couple things. Mercury's in retrograde. I'm a Virgo. Guess what's happening to me? So I think on every reading, I've made various verbal mistakes. I think I called Aquarius Aries like 5 times. So just understand, I am here to do the Sagittarius reading. And if I say anything else, you are free to disregard that because it's Mercury retrograde word salad that's happening. I've been extraordinarily busy with shamanic healing work for, my gosh, over a month now. And I am a bit drained, I'm a bit tired, plus the energy of the eclipse, which has really affected us all so deeply. So, um, I guess I'm just saying that as a way to help you understand where my energy is at while I'm doing the reading. So, if any little funny thing goes snafu, you'll understand. Second, I forget to say sometimes my guides ask me to put one of my shamanic masks on the table for the reading because we are talking about the depth of which we are all traveled or have now traveled into the void and back to collect sacred messages and to use our sacred vision to be able to come back to this place to speak about what we know. So as we attune our energies, our frequencies, specifically in 2019, a lot of work meant to be done on that so that we are prepared for the days of 2020. And my guides are talking about, epic battles, the things that have come out of human imagination that we see spun out in stories like Star Wars and I'm all the ways that epic battle is portrayed. And I watched a reading, it just was just so phenomenal, so spot on for me. And there was mention of the movie Whale Rider. So it is about sacred leadership. That's where we're all going. We're all meant to step forward with our energy for somewhat, okay, there's a word that's trying to come out. I can't grab it. Sacred battle as an archetypical idea. That's, in a way, what we're perfecting our energy for. It's the battle within us in order to perfect our energy and step into it fully and ride the wave of that energy that just came out for Leo. So I see it coming out for you as well, Sag. So let's jump into the cards and see what your wave is going to look like if you happen to run down to the beach, depending on where you are. So my guys want me to start here. This is the Journey of Love Oracle. This card is the Eruption of Light. That's exactly what they were just talking about. It's time for us to allow our light to emerge and erupt and be seen, and the frequency and the radiant energy of it, especially if you're a fire sign. All right, so I'm going to read you a little bit from the book. Your every prayer is a power-packed eruption of light that is beamed into the divine presence, and my guys are saying, of all of humanity. Some people pray with fear or doubt, as though the prayer is not going to do much at all. Thank you, Spirit. That's what they're talking about. Yet you understand through the power through prayer, seem to me, is very powerful. It is in those moments that you set divine action in motion. Your power of divine prayer emerges from your heart out through your throat. Whether you speak or sing or pray silently within your own mind or out loud for all the world to hear, let your prayers be vocalized as feelings expressed to the divine in words or song if you choose. You have the power to heal at your fingertips and at your vocal cords. Through your voice, you can heal. Let your hands be joined in prayer position at your heart and allow your mouth to open and the breath of spirit to move through you, through your throat, creating sound. So the oracle is holding this message. Your words have more power than you may realize. And you have a special ability to heal with words, to bring light where it is needed, and to uplift through simple kindnesses spoken. You do have a message to bring, and it might be an urge to write or speak on topics that are close to your heart. You may also simply have the need at a soul level to share from the heart with others when you are engaged in conversation. So remember in these days, your voice is one part of your power. It is important to allow yourself to use it. That's interesting, isn't it, Sag? I like that. And then next to that, of course, we have the Sun card. That's from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Obviously, bounty, etc. I'm going to check in with the book and let's just show you the card a little bit. Look how beautiful that display of the Sun card is. Isn't that lovely? So the Sun, according to the Mystical Shaman Oracle book, has been acknowledged by many cultures as the foremost masculine force that exists. In other traditions, it is seen as the feminine in her full power. Either way, it is the most brilliant light for all beings, and it allows life to sprout from the dark, from the feminine, from the earth. It can be gentle, warming, beautiful close to sunrise or sunset in fall or winter. Or it can be destructive, as in its zenith during a scorching hot summer. So the invitation is to understand how you are using your light energy. Have you been hibernating? Have you been introspective? Is it time to come out of your cave and savor the life-giving light of the sun? The sun rekindles your passion and your creative energy. Life is calling to you now to shine your light and to add your lightness and your humor to the seriousness around you. It is time to go out and play with your energy. Perfect. I couldn't have said it better. Thank you, Spirit. All right, butterfly. So we're clearly we're talking about emergence, and we're talking about. Okay, I was gonna say transformation. My guides just said resurrection. So that's given me a chill. And clearly all things are on the menu, my guides are saying. Sag, there's a difference between transmutation and transformation. I think there's this gentle process of, there's a word trying to come out, gentle, pervasive process that's happening with you that has meant and created for you a new start. And, clearly we're seeing a new start and something finishing. So let's jump into the cards and see what it is that this butterfly is signifying. So the power of butterfly is akin to the air element. To use butterfly medicine, you must astutely observe your position in the cycle of self-transformation. Thank you, Spirit. Like butterfly, you are always at a certain station in your life activities. The final stage of transformation is leaving of the chrysalis and experiencing birth. This last step involves sharing the colors and the joy of your creation with the world. Absolutely. Thank you, Spirit. If you look closely at what butterfly is trying to teach you, you will realize that it is the never-ending cycle of self-transformation. Using the air or the mental powers of this medicine is done with ease. If you've been feeling exhausted, and have asked yourself, how should I heal my fatigue? Take notice of the colors that you've been drawn to recently. Does your body feel better in green? Could it mean that you need to eat more green vegetables, etc.? This type of thinking is an inspiration from butterfly medicine. It can give you clarity to your mental process, help you organize the projects you are undertaking, and assist you in finding the next steps for your personal life or career. The main messages to be obtained from drawing this symbol is that you are ready to undergo this transformation. Beautiful. Goes on, but I think that's reflecting the message that was coming from my guides. So, Sag, guides are saying, isn't it exciting? All right, so let's jump in. This card, if you're new, by the way, if you are new, welcome, and welcome back to all of my dear hearts. My guides are saying, all the dear heart Sagittarius people. King of Art, that's the King of Cups. This morning my guides are saying, King of Cups, baby. Like that. Like, it's on. Right? It's you. This is what my guides want to speak about. They want to speak about your transformation. The sacred King of Art has mystical vision. He holds a very mystical spear in his hand. It is known to be, and actually his essence is about clearing away obstacles because he has sacred vision. He's a king, he's a warrior. Just does he look like a warrior in the traditional sense? No, not at all. And look at the spiral of activation at the heart chakra. His mystical vision carries him back and forth into the power and the energy of the divine masculine, across the sun into the mystery realm, the void, the sacred place. And he travels back and forth. That's how he finds his path forward. So, love that. My guides are saying, take this with serious notation. This is how you're standing. Whether you're a man or a woman, don't get stuck in that. It doesn't matter. However you view yourself. Okay, my guides now are talking about transgender people, sex assignment, things like that. Just don't get tangled up in it, okay? From a literal perspective, understand the energy. And yes, it is masculine energy, definitely. The theme of the reading is going to be discussing with you, I believe, the way forward. How do you go forward? What's the path? How do you find it? What is the mystical destiny that the king is seeing into about your journey? So let's look. And this is the card that indicates you in the reading. Love it. 10 of skill. A quest, a sacred quest, a vision quest, literally. That's the 10 of Wands. Whatever burdens you've been carrying, it's done. My guides are talking in a really cheeky way. They're saying, that's done, baby. They're calling you baby. That's done. It's over. Put the wands down. Open your arms. My guides just said, wherever you're standing, open your arms and let them drop and turn your back and walk away. Do you see the salmon at the head? A lot of wisdom around you. That's why you drop the wands, because you finally come into your wisdom as a result of all the struggles you've had. And there comes a moment where you just say, yeah, I'm not carrying this anymore. I'm putting this stuff down. And you just turn and walk away. And in that moment, it's extremely simplistic. There is no struggle because it's literally over. And you're not willing to engage in whatever that struggle was anymore. Actually, it's interesting because I think that's what's happening for many of us as we go through this eclipse. And, I hope you've been listening to lots of fabulous astrology readers online. And many of them are talking about, look, there's so many endings happening. Anything that feels like a struggle that you really know you're not meant to engage in the struggle anymore, that's what you're putting down. You may love the people that you're engaged with, but you're not willing to engage in the struggle. You're not willing to be available for the struggle. So the leaves that flutter around indicate the potential for feeling overwhelmed as you go through the process of coming to the end of the struggle. Don't take it on. Don't take on too much. Be a developing fetus, right? Because you're literally having a rebirth and you're rebirthing yourself into the full light of the sun. and the power of the masculine energy that the sun carries. So I like that. So here's the first card on the human destiny journey. The courtship of knowledge, Three of Pentacles. Okay, my guides are talking like they're laughing and they're saying like a surf bum. I don't know what it's all about. All right, so they're saying, look, you're in the temple, dude. Stuff like that coming through. I think they are also sort of feeling the lightness of being. Yeah, they're saying yes. Because that eclipse was intense, wasn't it? The lead up, the whole season of eclipse, we're still feeling the energy. So through the end of July, just know you're standing in this way. And then in August, the next phase begins, the active phase. So this phase is about transformation. There's not a lot, quote unquote, that can be accomplished in a transformation cycle in the moment when you go, okay, that's done. It's the finishing. And the moment you finish, you transform, right? That's the point of all that. So now you're literally standing in the temple, in the traditional tarot, right? Three of Pentacles. The knowledge holders come. You have a consultation with them. You are feeling yourself filled with grace, standing in the full light of the divine, offering gifts, offering yourself, having a conversation. That's what this moment is all about for you, Sag. So, it's funny, something came through and then I lost it because I hesitated. Some funny thing my guides are saying. We'll see if it comes back up. Yeah, because you know what? Okay, so my guides are saying something about, they were expounding on this and saying, it's not necessarily, because the Eight of Cups has been coming up a lot too. It's not necessarily the people that you walk away from. It's the struggle. And so that's what what they're saying is that's what all of humanity is doing. You may walk away euphemistically from a relationship, from a job, from a marriage. My guy just said, God forbid, that you should have to experience that, but it happens sometimes, doesn't it? And it is not necessarily the people that are in our lives that we should be focusing on in that regard. It is the struggle and our willingness to engage in struggle. All right. Thank you, Spirit. So there's the Death card. Love it in Soul Tarot and Celtic Wisdom Tarot. That was developed by Kathleen Matthews. I always forget to say it. The liberator of your devotion. Being carried through a shamanic journey. There's the shaman carrying the head, where the Celtic peoples believe the soul resided in the head, across the feminine portal, out into the mystical realm. Again, like that crow mask. That's what that's for. Literally, to go across the portal. So there's some connection, when you throw the wands down and you just open your arms and say, yeah, I love you, but I don't love the struggle and I'm not going to engage. I'm not available. I'm not going to struggle at all because it makes me feel overwhelmed and then it saps my energy and it just doesn't work. It's that kind of decision making. My guys just called it that kind of intuitive, enlightened decision making. That's why he's here, because that's what he's able to do. So I love that. And we are talking about clearly the interplay of male and female energy within you in all the ways described. All right, so my guys are asking me to shuffle a little bit. We'll pick a rune when the reading is finished coming out. All right, Spirit, what is it? That one. They want that one. Oh, look at that. I love it. The dialogue of knowledge. Two of Pentacles, balance returning, no longer needing to feel off balance, right? So a lot of ways to interpret all the cards in the Sacred Tarot, but in this deck, we see destiny turning. We see a student, we see a wisdom holder, we see a long road that has been traveled in order to get to this destination. So my guides are saying it's time to honor the road that got you here. When you have this moment, and you have your transformation, you go through the portal. There's no need to stress and worry and ponder in a sense, because as you will know in those moments, it's just done. You don't even, you just know and you just walk on. So this is a young man who was from a sacred knowledge lineage, a sage. Okay, my guides are saying, yeah, when knowledge was passed down in verbal tradition through a lineage, through a family lineage, or they're saying, or the way the Dalai Lama gets chosen, stuff like that, right? So it was his destiny. His dad was the wisdom holder. He was out having his adventures, and his father passed away, and he got a message. He had to go home right away because it was his job to sit on the chair now, and he freaked out. He was sweating bullets, my guides always say, because he wasn't ready. He didn't feel prepared. He didn't feel worthy, all those things. But he went home. He put on the fake beard, trying to appear older and wiser. Kind of funny. The story is, he put on this beard of straw and etc. One of the elders came to discuss with him in a my guides are saying, in a sage kind of way. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk about the lineage. Let's talk about the knowledge. Eventually, the young man said, "You know what? I can't. My God, I can't do this. I'm not ready in any way. It's just time for me to acknowledge it. Can you please come sit in the chair? And I'll be your student until the day when I am ready. Then I'll take up my responsibility." It's that kind of a story. So the elder said, "Sure, I'll do that for you." He sat in the chair. The young man waited a moment, my guides are saying, and then, he had the scepter in his hand, and he said, "Okay, so here's the knowledge that I have gained when I come to sit on the chair. You are going to come and sit in the chair. My time in the chair is done because you've demonstrated yourself to be ready, whether you have taken up all the knowledge that you are meant to have or not. You're ready because you're humble and because you have enough wisdom to understand the way it should go, and the humility and the presence of being," my guides are saying, to not need it for reasons of power to self-aggrandize yourself. You don't need it. So that's what happened. They switched places, and the young man's destiny came forward. All right, hang on. My guides are chattering. So, Sag, isn't this exciting? Because you are, in many ways, you are the pathfinder. You are the sacred teacher of the universe here in this place. Yeah, okay, so my guides are, don't be frightened. They're saying, don't be frightened. They want me to hold this up right there. See that? That's the tower. And you can't tell because I moved the camera, but it's standing next to my mask. That's the bridge card between your human journey and your sacred life, your soul journey, your destiny, the circuit of your soul. So it sits next to that. So do not be frightened of this. My guide said, jump up and down and cheer. They just said, eat a piece of candy and celebrate, because that's straight up fabulous. It is your energy. I was just saying this to Leo and really to everybody. It is our energy. The moment we stop the struggle and we walk into the sacred source, our energy pattern, fusion, my guys are talking about your spectral signature, your vibration, your frequency, all those kinds of words. They're talking about science now, physics, all right? When we walk into the physics/physical reality of who we actually are, that's the moment that allows you to just say, oh, well, these wands were, yeah, I was liking it, sort of. And after a while, not so much. And you just like, oh yeah, okay, here's what they were trying to say before. It's a Forrest Gump moment. So if you've seen the movie Forrest Gump, there's a portion in the movie where he decides to run, something happens, and is it after Jenny dies? I don't remember. Anyways, He just puts on some shoes and he starts running and he just never stops and he runs and runs and runs and runs like all the way across the country or something. And people follow him and it's a sacred journey for them and he's just running. There's a silent process going on for him. And then one day, whatever he's processing is done processing and he stops running. And all the people that are following him, are going, "Oh my God, he stopped." And he turns around and they're like, "Where are you going?" He goes, "I'm going home now." It's like that. It's just like the moment comes. So allow it. Okay, that's the tower. That's the kind of tower moment. And we're talking about whatever doesn't serve you. Because you got other things to do, Sag. And here's what it is on the circuit of your soul. When you have that tower moment and you put down whatever the heavy burden is or whatever thing that you're just not interested in and you're just not giving it your energy anymore, the struggle, my guides keep saying, and they're saying like as a metaphor, the struggle, whatever that is, and you come into your sacred energy, it's because on the circuit of your soul, your intention is to create an eruption of light with your energy, not using it to struggle with things that don't really serve that purpose. I love the way this is coming out. It's beautiful. So there's going to be a tower moment of some kind. It might be in any place of your life. And, I'm sending you my love and support. I've had a tower moment in my own life recently, so I know it's intense. It might be with a relationship. It might be the way you perform within a relationship. It might be the way the relationship is performing inside of your life, etc., etc., etc. It could be a job. I came to YouTube after I literally walked away from a high-paying professional job. I was working, my boss was a sociopath, literally a malignant narcissist. And I just at lunchtime one day, I just thought, yeah, I'm done. I got to go attend to my spiritual reality because the universe was pulling on me hard. And that's how I started my YouTube channel. I literally got in my car at lunchtime, made my desk perfect because I'm a Virgo, and just drove home. I didn't say anything to anybody, I just drove home. And they knew because it was clearly obvious to everybody in that company what the nature of the situation was there, but nobody would speak about it. And because the owner of the business was the malignant narcissist, you're not there to affect that kind of change. I can't change that person. I can change my destiny by just going, "Oh yeah, okay, I see. Well, I'm not doing this. Bye-bye." I pledged to myself I will not participate in dysfunction. So, it's that kind of thing my guides are saying. You've been given somebody a chance. It must have to do something with this, at least for some of you. You've been given the situation a chance. That's what the burden's about. You have been doing your best to be kind and forgiving and patient, way beyond where that should have gone, my guides are saying. That's why it becomes a burden. So you finally give yourself permission and say, "Okay, enough of this, and I'm out." And it does bring the tower down, doesn't it? And it's a good, effective way to use your power because it does allow your light to come forward. Very definitely. And it brings you through the portal because you are meant to utilize the light to create growth, not to just hang on to something that doesn't work. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. So, the sacred tree of wisdom is the spinner of growth. You have to recapture your energy. Bring it home for yourself so you can stand firmly rooted in your own place, take up the wind and the rain and the sunlight, stand in the full light of the sun, absorb the minerals from the place where you're grounded, and eventually what happens is you sprout seeds. And then the sacred wind of the universe, of your life, can blow the seeds out into the world around you to replicate your goodness, my guides are saying, right? This part of you that has these capacities. And that is the nature of your tutelage, my guides are saying. As a student, you're going to be learning a lot of new things. You're going to be learning sacred knowledge. It's going to come into you. And it's going to, this also is why the change is coming. Something's been revealed, I think, already, because you are coming out of the chrysalis. You've been in the chrysalis for a while. So, yeah, I was just going to ask my guides, so what changed? And here it is, look. Of course. This moon cycle was so powerful. Please understand. And look at the column that it's in. Right, okay, my guide said not yet. All right, so for those of you that may not know, sacred feminine energy, in the extreme, my guides are saying. So, major arcana, of course. This is the imaginer of harmony. Again, that's why this is not working anymore. This is where your soul energy is. This is what your soul's working on. So, you can get in that boat, put your hands on the oars, and go anywhere that you want, basically, as long as you're taking up the aspects and the knowledge and the energy of sacred light that brings harmony. If you want to take the deep dive, you can jump on the fish. You see the Pisces fish right here at the head? And you can go straight down, right into the water to collect the type of knowledge that a Pisces carries. Isn't that fabulous? As a fire sign, you can do it. I like that. Thank you, Spirit. So the sun and the moon, the full cycle of the eclipse season that we're in. Okay, love it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Spirit, what is it that you would like beautiful Sag to know? And there it is. More sacred feminine energy. The Chariot. Okay, my guides are saying that boat, that's the Chariot. That's what the full moon brought to you. The ability to become activated and use your energy to move yourself forward now rather than to carry a burden. New growth coming. The sacred feminine. Literally in alignment with the sacred masculine, whose job it is to find the pathway. And you simply drive your chariot right down the path. Pretty awesome. Look, so there's some great learning. You know, I hesitate sometimes to say these things, but there's a teacher that's going to show up, or another kind of sacred partner. And it could be a best friend. It could be anybody in your life. I'm not necessarily telling you that you're going to have a lover. People, my guides are saying, people will think you're talking about twin flame. In fact, I'm not. Is it possible? Absolutely. Here I am attempting to help you ponder the circuit of your soul. And so if you look at the circuit of your soul and the way it is joined together with your human walk, you'll understand the message in its totality. So if you look at the way the energy rises through the reading, it's beautiful, right? You've kind of become a student of your own life. So put some comments. I'd love to hear what's going on because it's really interesting. So in these moments, in these days, my guides have been saying, there's nothing you really need to do other than absorb the message. Just sort of stand in your life. Okay. She tried to come out. Okay, we got 2 outcome cards. Just stand in your life. Okay, my guys are saying 3. My God. Absorb the energy through the end of July. Love yourself enough. My guides are saying, love yourself enough to step into your destiny by walking away from something. Drop the burden. Just open your arms and let it go. So the outcome card, I love this. I haven't seen her in a while. Okay, that's the Lover's card. So again, maybe, that's not what I'm here to talk about, but maybe. This card is really about the lover of devotion. And so my guides say it belongs right there because what she really literally is doing is she is choosing her pathway. And she has offers from various lovers, with notions of suitors for betrothal, my guides are saying. So, I guess for some of you, no doubt this is going on. But you have to put some kind of a burden down in order to let the sacred choice come forward. So she stands in her own life. She's really clear. She just gets really clear. She's not stressing. She's just holding abundance at her heart chakra. She's given herself time to figure out what she will devote herself to. And she chooses her path. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful way to talk about the Lover's card? Very beautiful. All right. When it comes to the battle aspect of this reading, that's how you stand. That's the outcome. Once you drop the burdens and you step into your power. This woman has been through her initiation. She has her amulet on. She is filled with youthful vigor, no matter your age. She has the sacred spear also. My guys are saying she is an initiate of the sacred way. She has chosen her path. She has no doubts anymore. That process is done. Coming out of the chrysalis, right? She looks into the winds of change. And she sees with sacred vision what's coming. She's seeing her pathway and she sees where it's taking her. And she sees that there may be some battles coming. My guys are talking about 2020. I'm going to have to do a reading about it because they've been chattering endlessly. So, again, no worries. Don't be in a state of fear. Just understand change is coming. Change is coming. There's no way to stop it. It's divinely ordered. It's in line with the astrology. Go check it out all over the YouTube world, okay? So she's ready. Sometimes she's the first one into the gap because she's all good, my guys are saying. So she just stands firmly rooted in her place. She got her hand open, one holding her power, and one ready to receive what is coming. And she looks into the gap. And she sees the winds, the storm winds, the winds of change in her own life coming forward. And she's stable now. So, not in this place of pondering, clear decision making has been made. And therefore, you see the transition into the power. It's really cool, isn't it? And then handing her energy back to the male, King of Wands, who lights the way forward like the King of Cups. Finds the path utilizing love energy. Oof. So this is all about skill, right? So the sword and the shield are hung on the wall. He's come across the waters. See the yellow light in the sand outside the window? Beautiful. My guides are talking about Capricorn. Go look at the Capricorn reading, would you? It's really intense, and I think everybody needs to know what that is, my guides are saying. So that while you're aligning your energy and perfecting your vibration and your understanding of it, you know what Capricorn's doing because it's time. My guides are saying we are the army, and it's time for us to line up behind Capricorn, who's shredding form because of their power. And it's simultaneously working with Cancer to build the new structure. So both things are happening at once. That's why these readings are the way they are. So, you go through your transition, you have your eruption of light, you utilize both the male and female power within you, and you come to a place of rest and you say, okay, I get it. I see. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to make some shoes because I'm going to a new journey. And I may not know where I'm going, but I know I am going. And you make your shoes. So my guides are saying that's the ultimate use of power, is knowledge. And there's more coming through, but I'm going to leave it at that. I think you understand, and I want you to get your own inferences from that. So let's pick from the bag of runes about this. Spirit, what's the message, please, for beautiful Sagittarius about the full moon transformation, this eclipse season that has meant to change the tides of history, my guides are saying. What is it, beautiful Sagittarius will be blessed to know, my guides are saying. Yeah, okay, love this one. All right, I'm going to read to you from the book. If you don't know, I used the beautiful Book of Runes by Ralph Blum. So exactly what I was literally just saying. This is the rune for journey. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Whew-wee, we're going, all of us. We're going. My guides are saying, we're going down the road. Now they're talking about the Grateful Dead. There must be a Grateful Dead song about going down the road. Go listen to that for fun, they're saying. Okay, so this is Rado. It is about journey. It is about communication, union, and reunion. This rune is concerned with communication with the attunement of something that has two sides, two elements, and with the ultimate union that comes at the end of a journey, when what is above, look at this, oh, I'm getting choked up. Whew. When what is above and what is below are united and of one mind. Wow. Your inner worth mounts here, and at such a time, you are not intended to rely entirely upon your own power. Instead, ask what constitutes right action. My guides are saying, put the wands down. Ask through prayer or meditation, through addressing the witness self. There we go, the witness self, the teacher within. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Once you are clear, you can neutralize your refusal to let right action move through you, flow through you. Not intent on movement, be content to wait. And while you wait, keep on removing resistances. As the obstructions give way, all remorse arising from trying to make things happen disappears. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, this is deep. This is really speaking to me. I think this is a little bit of a universal message, like the Capricorn message. I think this is the universal intention of the universe. And Sag, because you are the sacred teacher, you are the perfect person to demonstrate this to the world, aren't you? And to go through your own process so that the energy of this can be present with all of us. It's amazing. So this journey is towards self-healing, self-change, and union. You are concerned here with nothing less than unobstructed, perfect union. The union of heaven and earth cannot be forced. Regulate any excesses in your life. Material advantages must not weigh heavily on this journey of the self toward union with the self. It is the time to stand apart, even from like-minded others. The notion of strength in numbers does not apply at such a time. For this part of the journey, the soul's journey, cannot be shared. Deep. This is one of the cycle runes, and Rider carries within its form, the rune for joy. For now the end is in sight. You are no longer burdened by what you've left behind. Thank you, Spirit. Heaven above you and earth below you unite within you to support you on your way. So, this is you literally in suspended animation in a way, because you're in the sacred place. While you have this journey, heaven is above you, earth is below you. You are standing in the void. Wow. So allow it. Just allow it. Know that that's where you are. Be joyful. My guides say, when you're on your way to Starbucks to get your coffee, drive carefully because you're a little bit across, but let yourself be joyful and feel the experience of this. That is where the power arises from. You have to be in your place and have the experience. It is a great teaching to you because you have gone across. You are being carried across in a shamanic way. Something very powerful is happening. Very powerful. So a simple prayer for the soul's journey is this: I will to will thy will. Oof. This is a prayer of intention. It is proper on any occasion, and it is particularly appropriate as a preamble to healing. So this is the preamble. There's the prediction, the destiny coming forward, right? This is beautiful. So, as you've been feeling it and experiencing this journey, please share some messages. Put some comments below the video. I want to know. This is really just stunning. So my guides are saying, please do be careful. Be careful driving. Be careful when you're cooking. Just know that you're in a little bit of a trance state because you are floating in the void. And you're there with the King of Art, so don't worry about it. Okay, you're floating in love energy. That's where you're floating. You see that? You're just standing in the light because it's time for the chrysalis to open. Summer comes, the light comes forward. Beautiful. Just so divinely beautiful. So do not be frightened. Okay? Do not fear the tower. It is a sacred thing. See how something's fallen out? Fallen out of the sacred chalice, my guides are saying. So that you can get in your own boat, put your hands on those oars, on this moon energy that we've had, and sail away to your destiny. Whew, Sagittarius, my gosh, thanks for putting up with my Mercury retrograde word salad. And I love you. And I'm sending you my love and my hugs. My guides are saying, and my kisses on the cheek. Just the way somebody wants to smack you on the cheek. That's how I'm feeling. This is so mystical. Thank you for being here with your energy. Thank you for being here with your story. It's a wonder for me to behold this and all of humanity. So this is the way your sacred warriorship develops, Sag. And I'm getting visions in my head of some of the past readings. So go and look at some of the things from a year ago on my channel. My guides are saying you'll understand how profound this is if you see some of the early readings on my channel about your story. You've come into your moment. So have a wonderful remainder of July. Take care of yourself, rest, take a bath, be joyful, have fun, understand you're standing in the void. So again, my guides keep saying, be careful driving. It's really true, you know. So rest in the joy. And I'll look forward to speaking with you in August. Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate you being here. And I just love knowing you, Sag. I'll talk to you soon.